Hello, my name is Mindy Robbin. My full name is Melinda Joan Phillips Robbin. I was born in Los Angeles in 1950, where my parents met. My mother was one of four children. Her parents, my grandparents, were Hyman and Yetta Trask. My grandmother, Yetta Trask, whose maiden name was Berman, they came from Russia, is a cousin to the mother of Chaim Weitzman. And in fact, over the years, my mother, Annette Phillips, was able to keep some memorabilia of Chaim Weitzman, and more so, we have a letter written by Chaya Weitzman Lichtenstein, who is the sister of Chaim Weitzman. I have that letter, which was written in the late 1940s or early 1950s, written entirely in Yiddish and addressed to my grandmother here in Miami Beach. Over the years, my mother, in fact, tried to keep in touch, but as the years progressed, things become a little less of a connection, etc. In about 1974, we were living in Hartford, Connecticut, and I heard that Ezer Weitzman, who is the nephew of Chaim Weitzman, was coming to Hartford to the Jewish Community Center to speak. I knew that I was related, and so I called the community center, and I think at first they didn't believe me. And in fact, I had to prove a connection, how I was related, and I mentioned my uncle, David Trask, who at the time was an attorney here in Miami and who had been to Israel and who had made a personal connection with some of the Weitzman family. As soon as Ezer Weitzman, they gave this information to Ezer Weitzman, and as soon as he heard the name of my uncle, David Trask, he said, yes, I will meet with Mindy. And in fact, he did in a private meeting in Hartford, Connecticut, as I said, in the mid-1970s. That was very fortuitous. He gave me one of his books that he personally signed. And unfortunately, I have not kept up with the family connection. I will have to try to reestablish that. I have a son and a daughter. My son is a dentist here in Florida. He's married with four children. And my daughter is married also with four children. My daughter is married to a rabbi and cantor in Rio de Janeiro. I actually made that shidduch. And they have four children. And my son-in-law's father is Rabbi Eliezer Stauber, and he in fact is the chief rabbi of Rio de Janeiro. And that's not an official title, but he's the eldest rabbi there, and most recently, just 2 weeks ago, because the president of Brazil has declared that Jerusalem will be recognized by Brazil as the new location, the location of the new embassy. It will be in Jerusalem. Bibi Netanyahu and his wife decided to come to Rio, and he came and spoke in the synagogue where my mechutin and my son-in-law are the rabbis. And my son-in-law and daughter had a personal meeting with Bibi Netanyahu and his wife, and they were ecstatic about that. And I was sorry I was not there for that. I have quite a number of photos and videos from that meeting, and my son-in-law was honored to sing Hatikva at that community meeting. And I would be happy to share that with anybody who would like to know. So I appreciate very much this interview, and I look forward to somehow make a connection with other relatives who I haven't yet to meet. Thank you.